Our apologies to the family, to the community, and we just have to understand that it was our mistake and that we have to make sure that it doesn't happen in the future.
Admitting they got it wrong, Guam Police Chief Stephen Ignacio Friday revealing what happened when his officers prematurely released information that the driver in Sunday's Dededo crash on Harmon Loop Road died.
A lot of miscommunication on our end. Quite the mistake. It's not the first time I've seen this happen before. It's not something that we like to do or we intentionally do. There was no ill will on our part, to try and provide misleading information. Of course, we're not going to do that. But relying on the available information at the time, we decided to report it out without proper confirmation through our normal channels. And so, it's a lesson learned that, we need to stick to our established protocols.
Ignacio, admitting Highway Patrol officers investigating the crash, went to Guam Regional Medical City to check on the condition of the driver.
Their update as to the victim status was not readily available at the time we were inquiring. The officers, and this is what I talked about going outside of protocol, were approached by, and they talked to a family member who conveyed to us to what the officer believed was that the operator, the sole occupant, had passed away.
That officer apparently broke protocol when they did not verify information with doctors.
So we went with the word of the family, and of course, we reported that out.
As KUAM reported, it wasn't until 20 hours later that GPD corrected their mistake. Then, learning the driver was still fighting for his life.
I instructed my PIO to push out the update that, we had wrong information out. The driver was still alive. Unfortunately, again, 2 hours after we pushed out the driver was still alive, I got another update that, they took the driver off life support and the driver had passed away.
The top brass understanding it was a highly emotional time for the family of the driver, identified by police as Trainee Radford.
Our condolences first, of course, to the family, and we extend our apologies to the family for the misinformation, and also, more importantly, the community at large.
As for the officer who broke protocol, Ignacio says incident reports are being submitted to his office to determine if there was any intentional violations. He adds he will decide then whether to send the case to his internal affairs or have the officer's command administer discipline such as counseling, warnings, or reprimands.
This is a protocol in terms of communication rather than what they do out there in physical.
Right, yeah.
So how often do your officers get that type of training?
Well, that's why we vet all the information through our PIO. But, again, our PIO also relies on information from the officers out in the field. And so, they've gone through many traffic fatalities before. Yeah. It's not their first time. And again, this is, not to say that it's a lesson learned, but it was a lesson learned. And it's something that we need to ensure that they continue to stick to established protocols.